don't we play right now, and we'll see who will do the crying and who will do the mopping. I will own you. I didn't mean. I meant. Oh, shut up and get the cards.
Malcolm in the Middle snuck genuinely dark jokes past network censors for 7 seasons. Here's the list that gets worse the longer it goes. Ida meets Francis's wife for the first time and decides on the spot that she must be staff.
You can afford a maid.
I'm not the maid, Ida. My name is Piama. I'm married to Francis.
Tell the help not to talk to me.
Something darted out in front of the car on the drive home. Lois recaps her day for Hal in the kitchen like it's a footnote.
Well, it lay there moaning and dying. I never did have time to get to the store.
If you never made it to the store, then what are we eating?
Something from the freezer. Finish it.
Hal and Lois flip through old photo albums on the couch, wine open, the whole evening built for nostalgia.
Remember when we lost Dewey at the flea market? You want to go through the arrest reports?
I'll pour some more wine.
Insurance lapses for the weekend, so for 48 hours, Hal treats his own kids like actuarial risk.
Dad, I'm not gonna die.
What?
I'm 17.
And so you can't die?
I just don't see it happening.
I got news for you, Reese. 17-year-olds die all the time.
This family isn't unlucky. This family is the hazard. Stranded in the desert, morale cratering, the boys ask Hal for their favorite bedtime story, the one they ask for every single time.
Dewey is tied to a post in the burning sun. He's covered entirely in honey.
Even his eyes?
Even his eyes. What's that behind him? 1,000,000 fire ants. Hungry fire ants. Sharp little mandibles and itchy feet.
Reese has just pulled the pin on one of Grandpa Victor's war souvenirs, and Victor's first move isn't to grab it, it's to negotiate.
God in heaven! What? This is life grenade! Do not let go of handle, we both die!
Lois finds her good dress burned and stuffed in the toilet, and her mind doesn't go to who ruined my dress. It goes straight to identification procedures.
Is this what you want? Where we have to identify your charred little bodies through their dental records?
Craig won't give up the safe combination out of sheer stubborn pride. Lois talks him down by describing the knife in loving detail.
Do you really want to antagonize that big buck knife, Craig? Do you really want to feel it slicing into your flesh? Craig, stay with me. Stay.
If catastrophe is the family's weather, Ida is the front it keeps rolling in from. Lois told that baby Jamie has just gotten hold of her cigarettes. Ida doesn't even look up from what she's doing.
Mom, Jamie's got your cigarettes.
Who the hell is Jamie?
Your grandson?
Huh. We never named them till we were sure they would survive.
Piama offers up towels for the birth. Ida can't let a normal gesture pass without a comment on where she's from.
Poor people dry themselves off by throwing dirt on their backs.
Ida shows up uninvited and just stands there watching through the window until someone finally notices.
It's almost like something was upsetting. Mom!
Are you going to open the door? Or should I lie down in the grass and feed the worms?
Oh, great. Who opened the gates of hell?
Ida has made it very clear she isn't leaving, so Francis and Piama start quietly workshopping a plan B, like she's a horror movie villain, not a mother-in-law.
There has to be some way to get rid of her.
Well, we know she doesn't burn.
The carolers outside are singing a completely normal Christmas song. Ida hears something else entirely.
It sounds like a song they sang when they would ride to the villages and throw the babies into the fire.
Francis, freshly stabbed with a knitting needle, demands she just finish the job already. Ida hears that as an opening for regret.
You just unhinge your jaw and finish me off.
After my Magnum PI, I should have kissed your boo-boos and made them better.
Ida corners Lois to prove, once and for all, that her marriage to Victor was legally real, and her proof is somehow worse than having none.
Victor came to my house and defeated each of my brothers in combat. The proof was the bite marks on his back.
She pushes it further, and Lois finally snaps back in kind.
Truth will burst out of the grave and strangle you and your whole family.
Mother, we will discuss this later. If you do not turn and leave, so help me, I will tear that wig off your head and everyone will see your tick scars.
The darkest jokes go after whoever has the least power in the room, and they almost always show up wearing the costume of help. Craig is bedridden with both arms and both legs broken, and instead of a real nurse, he's been assigned a trained capuchin monkey. Lunch is where the arrangement reveals what it actually is.
Oh, hot tongue, blistering. Please, God, no, water. Water. Good monkey.
A nun tries to comfort a spiraling Dewey with a gentle little story about her backyard anthill. It does not stay gentle.
But they all just look like ants. So I started smiting all of them.
Well, that's
I was smiting them with the garden hose and with lighter fluid and with the lawnmower. And to be perfectly honest, I think I went a little crazy with the shovel.
Pregnant and under doctor's orders to avoid stress, Lois turns coaster etiquette into a call and response.
Every time you run through the house, every time you destroy furniture, every time you fight with each other, you are killing the baby. You might as well be taking a knife and putting it in that baby's tiny little heart.
Will you stop saying that?
The family lines up to list everything they've sacrificed for Francis over the years. He's got a comeback ready.
We made sacrifice after sacrifice for you, and you've caused us nothing but pain!
You want pain? I got your scars, baby. 3.5 years in that horrible school.
We went without for that school!
Someone asks Francis for a bedtime story. He's more than happy to oblige.
Okay, you want a story? Here's a story. And the little boy about your age was found hanging in the moonlight, strangled by his own intestines. And there was just enough life left in him to say, "You're next!"
A coworker casually reminds Malcolm that his shift means missing tonight's party. For Malcolm, it's the last straw of the day.
Oh, I gotta run. Skinny dipping starts at midnight.
At what age do you just accept that your life is a piece of rotten garbage and always will be?
22. But that doesn't mean you can't enjoy the heck out of every moment.
A poisoned cafeteria lunch clears out the entire school, and while everyone else is doubled over, Reese has spent the whole day running a barter scheme off the chaos.
I don't know what it is. I guess when people are miserable and suffering, it brings out the best in me. Thanks for noticing.
The strongest jokes don't say the terrible thing out loud. They hand you the last beat and let your own imagination finish it during a scared, straight prison program. A lifer named Samuel offers to preview exactly what the boys' first day behind bars would look like.
Let me tell you, Cupcakes, what your first day up in here gonna be like! And don't expect no flowers afterwards.
Cadets exploring the academy basement stumble onto a mummified janitor, dead down there for years, and for one genuinely tender beat, they feel for him.
They probably still set a place for him on holidays.
Yeah, well, judging by the empty scotch bottles and German dungeon porn, I don't think so.
After an entire storyline spent covering it up, Francis finally admits what actually happened to Otto's beloved cow.
Yes, an expression that you use that I am unfamiliar with. What does it mean when you say failure to you?
Dewey casually recaps how Reese spent his afternoon, like it's the most unremarkable story in the world.
Reese just came up with the most fun thing to do, riding your bike through the graveyard with your eyes closed. He smashed in this one gravestone, flew through the air, hit another gravestone, and landed in an open grave.
Lying in that hole was surprisingly peaceful. I no longer fear death.
Francis asks Piyama a completely ordinary question. How was your day? And the answer escalates immediately.
Someone ought to cut that woman's belly open with a rusty knife and strangle her with her own entrails.
I love you too.
And then there's the one that has no business landing at all. The joke that sets a real life on the line and dares you to laugh anyway. Through the thin apartment wall, Reese can hear his neighbor Dave working up the nerve to pull the trigger. Reese draws the wrong conclusion about what he's actually listening to.
Hey, Dave, is that you? What channel do you have on in there? Sounds better than what I'm watching.
Which finally explains why none of this ever tips into real cruelty. Hal has always assumed they'll spend eternity together. Lois, it turns out, isn't so sure there's an eternity at all.
Where are good people rewarded and bad people punished?
Right here on Earth, if I have anything to say about it.
Filling out their will, Hal and Lois work calmly through the grim arithmetic of who's statistically likely to go first. A question Hal, it turns out, settled in his own head a long time ago.
It's always known that you'll die first.
What?
And then I'll commit suicide a few days later. I don't want to live without you, Lois. It is going to be beautiful and romantic, and it's going to make everyone forget about your stupid funeral.
The bleakest line in the whole series is also, without contest, the most devoted. Every unhinged, morbid, weirdly romantic thing this man does traces back to one woman. And that's the whole next video, why you're weirdly attracted to Lois.